Hey everybody, Sean here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in the Final Fantasy 15 Comrades Standalone Edition, grabbing the Vanquisher of Villainy achievement. This is to beat Ardyn and Ravus, which is going to be the last bonus quest. To unlock it, what you have to do is you have to do the Bahamut rematch, the level 50 variant. So make sure you start that, and to unlock that, you have to beat Bahamut first, obviously. It's a pretty easy fight. It's only level 50 or so, so you should manage. Then you want to make sure you get your gear ready, since this is going to be the hardest fight in the game. I recommend having two variants of ultimate weapons. I have the second best crossbow, since I accidentally sold my best crossbow, and then the best hammer in the game. And for those two, you want to spec out the builds balancing strength and vitality. So get to grinding zoo beaks and money so you can buy the curved hollow horns to put it towards that. You also want the best shield in the game, which is the Aegis shield, which gives you immune and sentinel X, and that is also going to be balanced with strength and vitality. You also want to put 100% lightning resistance on it, so make sure you get to grinding some storm gems or storm shards to put towards the lightning resistance. And then finally, our leftover Dragon Whisker from the OG version with double penetrator X, which should ignore any enemy armor buffs. So when it's all said and done, you should have a build that focuses on strength and vitality, as well as lightning resistance. For your sigil, you want to use the Fierce Sigil, which should give you the martial arts ability instead of magic. The reason for that is the bosses are going to be weapon resistant against pole arms and swords, so you want to have a melee attack that doesn't rely on weapons. So head to the sphere thing and make sure you start up the challenge. It's called Dastardly Duo. So as soon as the fight starts, what you want to do is you want to start by focusing on Ravus. He's the guy in white. All you have to do is just target him, and then you want to warp strike towards him. Instead of using your regular attacks, what you want to do is you want to hold left trigger and B to do the martial arts fist, and then all you have to do is just fist him for the entire fight. As you can see, your fist should do about 5,000 to 6,000 damage with this build. As soon as you run out of MP, what you want to do is you want to hit X to dodge roll away so you can avoid his sword slash, and then just target one of the pillars and then hold Y to point warp. That should fill up your MP, and then all you do is just rinse and repeat, warp strike, use your martial arts fist, and then roll away once you run out of MP or once he's about to attack, and then just point warp to fill up your MP. So it's pretty simple. You should be immune to all of his ranged attacks since you have that 100% lightning resistance. You just have to watch out for his sword swing, so it takes a little bit of timing to avoid that, but you are also using the fist to fill up that circular bar around your weapons. Once that's filled up, you can use your special, which is going to be a laser beam. You do that by hitting both of the bumper buttons when the prompt pops up. It's going to be a little hard to aim, so make sure you use it when the boss is completely still, and then you should be able to do a ton of damage. It should hit for about 10,000 or so. So that's going to be the name of the game for this first fight. He has a ton of health, but just keep up this strategy, building up your laser and then shooting it off, and then continue to use the fist, and then eventually you should whittle him down. Alright, once you take care of Ravus, it's time to move your focus on to Ardyn. It's going to be the same basic strategy where you are going to use the same attack, which is the martial arts fist. However, since you are not immune to any of Ardyn's attacks, you are going to have to throw in some mix-ups every now and again. So the first phase, he's going to teleport around and he's going to put up his Blades shield. You want to be careful not to get too overzealous on your attack. The reason for that is if you collide with the shield, you are going to get knocked back, and most likely it will knock you out. So with this part of the fight, I highly recommend you try your best to keep your teammates alive, whether that you be playing with AI or actual humans. Just make sure you pick anyone up while they're down, because you need people to pick you up when you go down, obviously, and just watch the timing. Make sure you rush in whenever the blades are down, and then just fist him, and then once he puts the blades back up, before he shoots them out, so you just want to dodge roll and quickly point warp away, get your MP back, and then just try to time your attacking opportunities. Alright, so as you get further into the fight, he's going to gain additional attacks. It's at this point where he's going to start using his laser. For this, you want to dodge roll away, and then if it's about to hit you, make sure you just use your point warp. Remember, you're invincible as you're point warping, so that's probably the best bet to dodge the laser if you don't get the timing right. And then all you have to do is just keep building up your martial arts meter until you get that laser, and then fire off the laser whenever it's convenient to you, whenever you can get the aim right, whenever he's standing still, and whenever you have an opportunity to. So then he's going to move into this phase where the laser kind of becomes like an explosion, but thankfully his blade shields start to go down, so you have more of an opportunity to fist him whenever he's standing still, so take advantage of that, but remember to point warp out of the way whenever things get too dangerous or whenever you need that MP. You never want to put yourself in a point where you are going to enter stasis and lose your mobility. Other than that, just make sure you keep up the same strategy, make sure you attack him whenever the opportunity presents itself, and then get out of harm's way whenever things get dangerous. Always, always, always keep an eye on your AI buddies and make sure you heal them. You always need someone to heal you when you accidentally take a hit or two, and then just keep up the fisting. Then you can move on to the next phase of the fight. He should add a scythe to his arsenal. This is easy enough to dodge since it's a melee attack. Just stay out of his way and then make sure you rush in. He also gets these homing blades, which is your best opportunity to attack because you can just dodge roll away, and then since his blades are gone, there's nothing stopping you from rushing in and laying the smack down on him as he's trying to regenerate his blades. So while he's doing his homing blades attack, that's the best opportunity to strike and land massive damage, and then you just have to slowly whittle him down. This is a pretty long phase of the fight, but he should start getting past his halfway point in terms of HP, so just make sure you keep up our strategy and keep up those looks for opportunities to hit him hard. Alright, for the last phases of the fight, it's going to get all hazy. Then he's going to start doing a mishmash of all of his attacks, so you have to start predicting what he's going to do. So as long as you keep your distance, you have a pretty good opportunity of guessing what he's going to do next and then preparing for it. So remember to point warp if he uses the laser or scythe, and then just dodge roll whenever he's using the homing blades, rush in between attacks whenever his blades are down, and just lay smack down on him. At this point, you are heavily reliant on the other players to pick you up, so make sure you keep them alive, heal them if they need it, and make sure you only attack whenever the opportunity presents itself, and just don't do anything dumb, and then you should be able to finish him off. So as long as you take your time here, be a little patient, make sure you are relying on your AI buddies or human players, and then you should be able to take him out easy peasy. With one last set of fisting, you should finish up the quest and get yourself your achievement. There it is. It's going to be for 90 gamer score. It's called Vanquisher of Villainy. This should also ideally be your last bonus quest, so you should get the achievement for beating all the bonus quests called Peerless. That's going to be for 30 gamer score, and that's all there is to it.